Morning and welcome to this week's Coffee and Conversation. I want to address something that comes up all the time with the brothers. And we had one come up last week. It was, I want to send this text to my wife. So before I even get into any details, a good rule of thumb, if that's your thought, the answer is don't. Okay? So if you're angry, don't send the text or email. If you're frustrated, don't send the text or email. If you want to let her know where you're coming from or where you stand, don't send the text or email. Because you're reacting, not responding. You're coming from a place of pain, anger, and hurt. And your response or your communication is really a reaction, not a response. So don't do it. When I was getting divorced, I had received an email from my wife's attorney that accused me of a number of things, none of which were true. I lost my shit. I got pissed. I kind of raged in my house. I was by myself. It's the only time during the entire divorce I got mad. And I sat down to type out a response because, damn it, I was going to let them know. And I drafted it and I looked at it. I'm like, it just seems a little threatening. And the reason it seemed a little threatening, because it was angry and threatening. Tried 3 more times, still couldn't get that out of it. And then a little switch flipped. This was just an attorney letter. It wasn't from my wife. It wasn't true. None of it. And I started laughing because in my past life, I dealt with attorneys all the time. I'm not overly impressed by them. And I was like, damn it. I can't believe I let her get me under my skin. And I literally was laughing like it was the best joke ever. Got an iced tea, sat down, and then I drafted one shot, a great response. I came from the heart. I was honest. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. I countered the false allegations, and then I added one paragraph. I said, please be aware that what your attorney is doing is just an attempt to create money for themselves and generate billable hours and screw you out of as much money as possible. She's trying to create conflict. And we had already negotiated everything, and the attorney was trying to open up a can of worms on something but didn't have all the facts. And it really wasn't even going to hurt me if we opened up this can of worms. And I hit reply all and send. And it went to my attorney, my attorney's legal assistant, my wife, and her attorney. Next day, my wife called. First words out of her mouth, that wasn't my idea, that wasn't my email. And I said, I didn't realize that at first, but then I did. It's all good. And we ended up having actually a lovely conversation for 5 or 10 minutes. And 48 hours later, after I'd been accused of dragging my feet and all of these things, the divorce was finalized. Yeah. Because her attorney was only trying to create money for herself. Her attorney did change 3 things in the agreement. Literally, one was English sentence structure. I mean, she changed a sentence around. Nothing of significance. So it was kind of interesting. And so if you're angry, you're frustrated, you're mad, you want to let your wife know where you're coming from or your girlfriend, don't send the email or text. You're reacting. If you're calm and you're peaceful and you're loving, the tone of any text or email is going to come across completely different, brother. Now, here's the other thing. Texts are for transactional stuff. Good morning, babe. Can you pick up Johnny after basketball at 6? I forgot to get milk at the store. Can you do this or that? Deep, long conversations should never occur over text. There's no tone. It loses a lot in the translation. While you can pick up some tone and some things in an email, if you want to have a serious conversation, you need to be looking your loved one in the eye. And you should only be having that conversation when you're coming from a place of love, empathy, and a desire to create happiness. So that's what I got for you today, brothers. don't send that email. Don't send that text, especially if it feels urgent. That's the worst time. Don't do it. And you'll trust me. You'll thank me for it. Have a great day. Catch you soon.